Hey everybody, the Retwirl here, and welcome back to more of the Great Ace Attorney. Alright, it is time to begin the final episode. Episode select, which is The Adventures of the Unspeakable Story, I think. Yeah, there it is. Oh, The Adventure, not The Adventures. Adventure of the Unspeakable Story, The Hound of the Baskervilles. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smouldering glare, and the whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Alright. Onwards. The beginning. Yeah. Can't believe it. The final case. As is tradition, it's going to be a doozy, and incredibly long. The game's coming to a close.
ホームズの鋭い声が濃い霧の壁の向こうから聞こえてきた。私は霧のまとわりつく拳銃の激鉄を起こして息を潜めて待った。永遠とも思える静寂。そしてその瞬間は突然訪れた。霧の中から見たこともない巨大な獣が私の目の前に躍り出たのだ。それは確かに犬だった。しかし明らかに尋常ではなかった。目はこうこうと燃え上がり、猛牛ほどもある体躯に獰猛な青白い炎をまとっている。血を這うような息遣いとうなり声。私はあまりの恐怖に震え上がった。見たまえワトソン。ホームズは魔獣を見据えて言い放った。こいつこそバスカビル家に代々語り継がれる伝説の魔剣なのだ。
That thing is massive. So there, as you can see on the side, Ep 5, The Unspeakable Story. Oh damn, so time has passed. Oh yeah, we opened up our office in Holmes's house, mansion, whatever the bloody hell it is. It's already been 2 months since we made it to London. The very moment we arrived, we were thrust into a mysterious trial. We defended Susuke Natsume shortly after. We won those trials by the skin of our teeth. But I haven't stood in court at all since then. I can't say I'm surprised, after all. Not only am I an amateur, I'm an exchange student from a foreign land. Thus, things were pretty quiet in our office as the days passed. Until that one fateful morning. Of course. On that day, a single telegram ended our peace. Oh man. Hey! The Naruhodo Law Consultation Agency. Nice. That was not a knock. That was a bang. Oh damn. Ooh, it's quite cozy. That morning, I was awoken by the sound of a telegram messenger banging on our door. Since then, something has clearly been bothering Susato. Susato? Bloody hell. Oh, sorry. Shall we make our way to the Old Bailey now? Let's see. Who are we defending today? I'm confused. I don't think we have any trials today. Oh, that's right. We don't have a trial to attend today. I think Iris is making us breakfast this morning. Let's head downstairs to Mr. Holmes's room. Absolutely. The Iris breakfast is the most important meal of the day, after all. It really is. Once we've eaten, it's off to the Old Bailey for us. Let's see, who are we defending today? What's wrong with her? Come on. Alright, that was weird. Telegram? So, what does it say? What was in the telegram you received this morning? What device am I playing this on? Android. More specifically, BlueStacks. An Android emulator. What? What telegram? I have no idea what you're talking about. I saw you reading it, Susato. Oh, that's true, you did, didn't you? It's nothing that you should worry over. It wasn't anything it wasn't anything important. She tripped over such an easy word 3 whole times. I'm sure that I will be able to discuss it with you before too long. Okay, I understand. Suzuki. I wonder if Suzuki has made it to Japan yet. I'm not sure. He departed from London as soon as he was acquitted. So I believe he may be arriving in Japan right at this moment. Just 2 weeks ago, I received a very, very long telegram in which he cursed his seasickness. At the very least, it seems his journey went mostly well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo? If Suzuki stayed here in London, would he still be alive? Are you talking about the Grim Reaper, Lord Baron Van Zeeks? He could have suffered a far worse fate than simple seasickness. Grim Reaper. No defendant prosecuted by the Grim Reaper has ever survived for long. I can't help but remember that nightmarish resolution to my first trial here in London. Even after 2 months, I've heard the truth behind that fire remains hidden. But if Suzuki made it to Japan safe and sound, then he's fine. That must mean the Grim Reaper's influence doesn't extend out of London. Somehow that makes him sound even more frightening. Maybe the Grim Reaper himself swings the scythe of justice with his own hands. Now that I think about it, I wonder what the Grim Reaper has been doing since then. You don't think he's found a new sacrifice? No, it seems since our last trial, the Grim Reaper has not once returned to court. Really? Since Suzuki's trial 2 months ago, it appears he has disappeared from court again. Wow. The Grim Reaper had finally made his grand return to the Crown Court. I've been the defense attorney for both trials he's participated in since his return. Ugh, why am I so unlucky? I can't help but wonder if that really is down to luck. Did you say something? Oh, no, it's nothing. Please, pay me no mind. Alright, I guess we're leaving. Downstairs. My office. Our office and living space. It's in Mr. Holmes's attic, which he rented out to us. We still don't get many visitors, or any, really. Now that we have some proper furniture, it really does feel like a professional's office. Holmes's room. The famous detective and little Iris live here. Apparently they receive requests from clients all over the world. Let's go! Oh, hell, it hasn't changed. Good morning, you two! Ew, what is that sound? Good morning, Iris. Iris? Anything wrong, Ryu? What in the world is this creaking, groaning sound? Oh. I didn't think you'd notice so fast. Is that Holmes? Yep. Yeah, Holmesy is feeling a little down in the dumps this morning. You didn't have to take it out on my ears. Oh dear. Hey there. Oh, it's not his usual chipper self. Good morning to you. Oh, nice! That's an oldie. But I guess you could call it a goldie. Maybe not. The quality's a bit shit. God, I really should have turned off the, colouring people's names on Restream. Hi, Teddy. How's it going? Because it's made your name dark blue, and I can barely read it. Morning, Mr. Holmes. Oh dear. This morning is just to die for, right, friends? Mr. Holmes, what's the matter? I'm actually quite excited that, Kingdoms of Amalur is actually getting Remastered, I think is the term. More people need to play that game because it's so good. Doesn't look the best, but it's enjoyable nonetheless. You look terrible, and your violin playing wasn't much better. Huh. My music has died along with my skill. And now my world has lost all its colour. Oh dear. Jesus. It's become such a monochrome world. Oh, is that what the term, or is that what the name of it actually is? Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. That's dumb. They could just do Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning Remastered. Then most people would just not even bother with the remastered part. That's all, ladies and gentlemen, nothing too terrible. I haven't the faintest idea of what he's talking about. No, Iris, how about that breakfast? I'll have some crumbly toast and muddy coffee, please. Oh, cat. Oh, it's adorable. Oh, hey, what is that name? It's Wagahai. And a good morning to you too, Wagahai. Hold on a second. How long has that little door been there? Wagahai. Time for breakfast, everyone. I'll help you, Iris. Huh. It really is the perfect morning. Gee. Oh, he became a right doom merchant. The perfect morning to die. Now that I think about it. Oh, his desk is empty. Oh, like, clean. Mr. Holmes' desk looks a little empty, as if there's something missing. Oh my god, what happened? Why do you want to die? Yeah, Sherlock Holmes, man. He's not normally so, depressed. I don't know what's happened. I guess we'll get to the bottom of it. You seem awfully ready to die this morning. Who hurt you? Long ago, I once played the violin. The flowers would burst to life, and the birds would tweet in unison. All this for a violin? But alas, my muse has abandoned me. Whatever do you mean? No matter how I toil, how I tune, how I beg, her old timbre continues to elude me. That unfalteringly clear, free, and high tone, the solo that makes one sob and weep. Now that I think about it, you've really been slacking off with your violin practice recently. Hey, don't worry, I'm sure it's just a bad day. Listen, Master Naruhodo, the muses are fickle beings. One day they inspire you to genius, the next they ruin you without remorse. Oh. Why did this have to happen? If I've been robbed of my ability to play violin, then what else is left for me? Oh, is that why he's depressed? Because he can't play the violin? Weren't his deductions his main gimmick? Yeah. Missing machine. By the way, Mr. Holmes, about your desk. It's looking a little barren. Looks somewhat tidier than it did before. Indeed. Wonderful work, dear Susato. Truly amazing deductive prowess. Oh, please. My abilities are far inferior to your own, Mr. Holmes. I'd honestly be a bit concerned if you didn't notice that. If you're looking for the all-purpose analysis lens, it's at Hatch's shop right now. Hatch's shop? I love how she does the same... She's got the same animations as Holmes. It's great. Yep, it's the pawn shop that we always go to. Huh? What? Pawn shop? You sold that ridiculously huge machine to a pawn shop? That's right. That blasted thing fetched a pretty high price, too. But wasn't that a really important device? If you were in a tight spot, all you had to do was ask for help. My pocket money may not be much help, but I would have given you as much as I could. No, no, do not fret. I've no intention of getting rid of it. But you sold it to a pawn shop. This is quite the serious matter we have on our hands. Nah, it's actually a perfectly normal thing to do here in London. Really? I have to say, it doesn't sound that normal to me. You got it repaired? It seems that neither of you know the right way to use a pawn shop. Does that mean there's a wrong way? How pawn shops work? Ah yes, educational. What exactly did you mean by the right way to use a pawn shop? For those of us living in central London, a pawn shop is almost like a bank of sorts. A bank? What's a bank? On Mondays, traders exchange their valuables for money at the local pawnbrokers. They use their money as capital, and for the rest of the week, they sell as much as they can. On Saturday, they use the money they earn to get their stuff back. Oh! Really? Wow. What an interesting business plan. Everyone does it, especially those living in the city centre. And if you have extra money, you can even buy expensive clothes. Not to wear, of course. You'd pledge them at the pawn shop to try and make a larger profit. I see. Interesting. When we start to run out of space, we take a trip to Hatch's pawnbrokers. Pawn shops are like ironclad safes, after all. The pawn shops in Japan are nothing like this. Talk about a cultural difference. Oh, but Holmesy? Sometimes you deposit things that really make no sense going there. It honestly gets to be a bit of a hassle. Hey Holmesy, are you listening? That would be a no. When all is said and done, this is a monochrome world we live in. My friends. Oh boy, who hurt you, Holmes? What is wrong with you? He's so sad. Oh, that's Iris. I can investigate everything. I wanted to investigate the class. Look at his desk. Mr. Holmes, was Mr. Holmes's desk always this tidy? I seem to remember some kind of extravagant machine being there before. You never know what to expect with Mr. Holmes. I wouldn't be surprised if, next time we return, he's moved out and gone somewhere else. As much as it terrifies me to admit it, I can absolutely imagine that happening. Oh my, what else is there? I don't really see much. Not really. Oh wait, I can talk to Iris too. She'll be a lot happier. Wagahai. I see Suzuki's cat is doing well. Oh! I thought I'd seen it before. Yep, Wagahai feels totally at home now. Yeah, I'm sure the cat has forgotten all about its former owner. Both cats and the good goddesses of the arts are a cold-hearted bunch. Ah. But if they weren't going to go back to Japan together, why did he get a cat in the first place? It's a real shame. Steamships have very strict regulations when it comes to bringing pets on board. Precisely. If you don't abide by the rules, you can get... Oh my god, you can end up in a lot of trouble. Well, Wagahai's cute, so I don't mind the trouble. Aww. Oh, I just remembered. I wanted to ask about that door over there. How long has it had that tiny door built into it? Oh, you noticed it? Good eye, Ryu. What on earth? Here, take a look at this. This is my new invention. What is it? Of course. What else could it be? I call it the cat flap maker. So it's a door, but for a cat. The very same. Yep, you can make an entrance to a room just for a kitty in a jiffy. It boasts enough power to carve out a cat flap in an instant, no matter how tough the door. That's terrifying. I feel like just making a cat flap from scratch would have been faster than making that thing. What? But if we have this, Wagahai can get in and out of anywhere, you know? Really? That's amazing. Let's make a cat flap for our room later. Jeez, they keep on making weird inventions one after another. Is that all she says? Oh, she's moved. What happened? Was that... Wagahai? Oh god. Was it playing the violin? What was that? No! Oh god. Wagahai's all stuck in the violin. Wagahai, that's not a toy. What? This is slightly ridiculous. Oh no. Poor Mr. Holmes loved that violin so much. It's fine. I don't care anymore. Friends. Mr. Holmes? I'm sure that... this little kitty can play the violin far better than I ever could. Mr. Holmes is really upset, isn't he? I'll just put this violin back where it belongs. Mr. Holmes' violin. I'll take a quick look at it. Is it not broken? Ah, there it is. Ah, it wasn't there before. It doesn't look busted, so it's a positive. So, this is the violin you were talking about? Oh, it is broken. Is it Stradivarius? A work of art created by the most skilled hands of a most skilled craftsman. I see. It doesn't look so great to me. I found it sitting in the shop front of a pawn shop at the edge of town, covered in dust. Thanks to the seller's ignorance of its true value, I got away with it for only 55 shillings. Looks like his morals are about as flimsy as his deductions. I've come so far with my beloved partner, serenading the world with our music, but now... Is there any merit in living in an ashen, musicless world? I declare, there is none. None whatsoever. We gonna tell him that it's broke? I wonder if it was always like that, that's why it can't play music. Maybe. Excuse me, Mr. Holmes? Yes, I was just in the middle of considering whether I should die or not. It's about that violin. I think it looks... different now. Quite obviously different, at that. Oh? What do you mean, Sasato? Hey, you're right. Now that I look at it... Oh! It's not his. I guess. Now that I look at it, the colour of the wood is way different. On top of that, I'm pretty sure there wasn't a hole there before. Hold on, never mind all of that. Isn't it a completely different size now? What? How would he not notice this? Mr. Holmes, I hate to be the one to break this to you, but this isn't a violin. What? It seems to me that this is... Oh! A viola. It's a completely different instrument. Again, how did he not notice this? What? Method of deduction, my arse. I didn't even see what she said. What did she say? Mr. Holmes, are you okay? You're absolutely right, now that I look at it. My beloved partner isn't even a Stradivarius. You damn piece of junk. Who the devil are you? I thought you two serenaded the world with your music together. What is this episode so far? We've not even... We're trying to figure out what happened to his violin. I see. I get it now. What, Iris? This is all just a simple mix-up. Maybe I should ask her about it in more detail. And that I shall. A simple mix-up, eh? Mix-up? What did you mean? Iris, what do you mean that it was a mix-up? To tell you the truth, this violin... Wait, was it a viola? Viola? I don't know how you say it. Well, whatever it is. It was at Hatch's shop until last week. What? At the pawn shop? Really? Even though it's his partner? Well, you know how it is. It's like one of your Eastern proverbs. If you love your child, send them out into the world, or something like that, right? Why yes, we certainly do say that. So you sent it out into the world at pawn shop, and when it returned, it was different. It really had come back a changed person. I exchanged this with the all-purpose analysis lens last week. That dastardly Hatch must have mixed them up and gave me this junk instead. If he thought he could trick my ears with such a horrific sound, then he is sorely mistaken. Well, he's chippered up. Yeah, it's a lot happier now. Even if your ears weren't tricked, it seems the rest of you was. You are correct. That is why, as I have always been saying... pawnbrokers are not to be trusted, my friends. Didn't you just finish saying that a pawn shop was like a well-protected safe? Ah, dear. Come now, Master Naruhodo. Do you plan to just sit around all day? Huh? Look at you. Absent-mindedly chewing on your toast and sipping at your coffee. Have you no shame? Are you going to Hatch's shop, Mr. Holmes? That's the plan, Miss Sasato. Let's not tarry. Wait, really? I haven't even had my bacon or my omelette yet. Oh, poor guy. You gotta let a guy eat his bacon. What? You can't be serious. Look at you, planning to absent-mindedly savour your bacon and indulge in your omelette. Alright, whatever. Let's just go. Don't worry, I'll warm it up for you later so it's nice and toasty. Oh, thank you, Iris. A British pawnbroker, huh? That does sound pretty interesting. Alright, time to move, I guess. On the plus side, I'm glad that Sherlock has got a lot happier. Oh wow, the office of the world's most famous detective. Oh, never mind. I thought it was talking about Naruhodo. I'm an idiot. Baker Street. Hatch's Pawnbrokers. What's this here? A bustling London street home to Mr. Holmes' office and Hatch's Pawnbrokers. There's a large park nearby as well. I've never seen such traffic, but it's no surprise that London is so busy. Pawn shop on Baker Street. Even Mr. Holmes loves to make pledges here. A real London pawn shop. I'm certainly interested. Me too. So will we solve the mystery of the missing violin? You what? Somebody else has taken it. Boo-doo-doo. Boom boom. Boo-doo-doo. So this is a British pawn shop, huh? It doesn't look too fancy. Okay, never mind. She seems pretty excited. Wow, look, Naruhodo. This place is positively bursting with things I've never seen before. Her eyes are sparkling like a kid in a candy shop. So, you like this kind of thing? Of course. When I find things that I don't understand, I start to tingle with excitement. Hey, he's in all his gear. Lady and gentlemen, I hope you haven't forgotten why we are here. Mr. Holmes? Wait,